What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? The Meat Pack here. The boys are back in town. We are here to present you a Monday night football preview between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson and the crew. Let Russ eat. I'm just going to go ahead and say face value. I like the Seahawks going into this game. I got a couple reasons. Eagles offensive line letting up 50 sacks this season. We saw last week against the Cleveland Browns, a Myles Garrett-less Cleveland Browns. They still let up 4 or 5 sacks. Just haven't been able to protect Carson Wentz. And, I don't want to go too deep into Carson Wentz, but, he's just been playing bad football this year. Coaches are making bad calls. The team can't stay healthy. It's just kind of been a mess in Philadelphia. And, the past 3 weeks they were winning the division just because of that tiebreaker. And now we've seen over the past week, Washington and the Giants take a step above them, which I've said a couple weeks ago. I think the Washington or the New York Giants step up and end up winning that division at the end of the year. So I'm just going to go ahead with an early pick a prediction before we get into the line and stuff. I like the Seattle Seahawks here in this game. I think, they've had a poor pass rush for most of the season. With the addition of Carlos Dunlap, who's been playing very well, I think they're going to be able to get to Carson Wentz and rush him and give him that pressure and probably get him on the ground a couple times. Both of these teams' secondaries aren't very good, so I will give Philly some credit. I do think Philly's going to be able to make some plays and go out there and get some yards. And the same with Russell Wilson. I think he's going to pick apart everyone on that team that's not named Darius Slay. That just kind of is what it is. Last week, too, we saw the Eagles have very good front seven, and last week we saw the rushing game kind of get back with Carlos Hyde in Seattle, kind of that missing piece, I think, for them to be kind of a Super Bowl contending team. Face value, I like the Seahawks here. Closer game, I don't think so. I don't want to say blowout at all because, like I said, I think the Eagles will be able to produce some offense, but I'm going to turn around. They let up like 350 yards a game. So Russ is going to go out there and cook and eat. So I don't know. I'll let you take that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the storyline going into this game has been Hurts versus Wentz. Mm-hmm. And, Philly's going to come out. They're going to start Wentz. They're going to live and die by that decision. Dougie P said that. But with that being said, Hurts is expected to get a significant more amount of snaps. That is a quote from Fox Sports. So maybe they know what they're talking about. Maybe they're a bunch of fucking idiots. Not sure. But Jalen Hurts has had a lot of first-team snaps at practice this week. But I think as a Philly fan, I think putting in Jalen Hurts for more snaps is just going to hurt Carson Wentz more. I think his confidence is pretty low as it is this season, and I think he just needs to get in there and try to turn it around for himself. I think there needs to be better play calls to get the ball out of his hand instead of on a 3rd and 18 throwing a screen pass. It's like, what are we doing? And I've been saying this for a couple of weeks. What are we doing in our backfield? It makes absolutely no sense. Miles Sanders, Boston Scott, even Corey Clement, which is they're all pretty good runners and can get some yards. Miles Sanders is that fucking dude. But again, he is yet to see more than 20 carries a game. And especially with Carson Wentz feeling so much pressure on him to make good, accurate passes, like just let him hand the ball off to someone who's going to take it. So I don't understand what's going on there. It makes no sense to me. But, at the end of the day, like you said, Seattle's secondary really isn't looking too hot. So I think Carson Wentz is gonna throw for some here. I don't think he's gonna hit his over. I think it's around 260 or something like that. Should have looked it up prior, but one line I really do like here is Greg Ward under over 27.5 yards. I think Greg Ward will get that many yards receiving without a doubt. But looking at Seahawks here as well, though, they need to win this game, and they have a pretty easy schedule coming up here. So they play Philly this week, Giants next week, and then some other bummy team next week. I forgot who it is. And that NFC West is looking really tight right now. But with the Rams and the Cardinals both losing this week, Seattle really has a chance to just kind of cement themselves as front runners in that division right now. So yeah. I think Seattle's going to come out firing heavy.
I think so, too. I think it might be a battle. And the thing you mentioned, Carson Wentz or Jalen Hurts, saying that's going to hurt Carson Wentz. I think drafting him in general has hurt him. I don't understand what they drafted him for. They drafted him to be this gadget guy, this Taysom Hill guy, but it's like, where has that been?
Yeah,
where
they don't even try to use him like that. He gets a couple Wildcat plays, but like this is a previous point I made is when they're running that Wildcat, they just put Carson out, as
a decoy. Yeah.
Why? You're playing 10 on 11. You know, there was that one good clip of him getting a good shove on a fucking DB who wasn't looking at him, which, you know, fucking hype, let's go. But it's just I don't understand the play call there. I would actually, when Jalen Hurts is in that wild card, I would really like to see him throw it. I really would.
I don't know,
think
dude.
he needs to run with it every time.
I've just heard dude. I've heard that locker room is not all the way bought in on Carson Wentz, especially after giving him the money after Nick Foles just won him a contract. I think if we went out with Jalen Hurts plays a significant amount, and those boys play hard, dude. I honestly think Carson Wentz is low-key the problem. I don't think he should be the quarterback of that team next year. He needs a fresh start. Like, I'm not saying he's a terrible quarterback. I really think he has potential to be a very great quarterback. I just don't think with that organization, dude, I think it's over. That's a really hot take and a far leap to say. I just think with everything that's happened, there was reports after the Super Bowl that the team built a shrine for Nick Foles, and they kind of felt like he should be the quarterback going further, but that is what it is. So I don't know what we got for total points for tonight. Let's talk about the line real quick. We'll get out
so
of here.
Right now on the spread, we got Seattle was originally at 5.5. They moved it up to 6.5. So pretty much win by a touchdown.
Not mad at it.
I put a 10 spot on that. You know, I think Seattle wins by a touchdown here. Russell Wilson throwing yards, 287.5. What do you think about that?
I fought with it. Secondary's boo-boo.
I think he's going to get it as well.
DK's going to eat. Lockett's going to eat. I think Russell Wilson throws for about 320 tonight.
Quick little stat on DK. My man is averaging 18 yards per catch, 862 yards on the season on 48 receptions with 9 touchdowns. Like, that's a Pro Bowl season. And, you know,
he'll be a Pro Bowl. He'll just throw the ball up in there. He'll go get it.
He'll get it, yeah. Right now, the total points under over is 48.5. I don't hate the over on that. I think it's going to come down to Philly. I think Seattle puts up at least around 30 this game. You know, 3 touchdowns, couple field goals if they have to. But, you know, I do think this Eagles front seven is going to get to Russ a little bit, but they're not going to stop him completely. But he's going to take some hits for sure.
Yeah, I think they both end up taking a lot of hits, if I'm being honest. Both kind of. I think Philly should have a better offensive line, but they've just both been so subpar this year. I know Russell Wilson's never really had an elite line.
Yeah.
So I think they definitely both get touched. Like I said, I think the passing yards are high just because the secondaries are weak. And I don't know. We'll see. I'm ready to see if they keep talking about Jalen Hurts getting some first-team snaps. I'm ready to see if they actually use it like they should. If not, you wasted a second-round pick when you guys could have went out and got another receiver or something like that to help out Carson. But at the same time, you can't predict the injuries and whatnot. So I can see where, he's trying the best with what he has. Just hasn't looked good. He's been making a lot of mistakes. A lot of back and forth between – I understand the situation of why he's not playing good, but some of those mistakes are just bad mistakes on his part that you can't blame anybody. So all in all, score, I'm going to go with 32-17 Seahawks.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I have no prediction on the score. Like I said, I think Seahawks put up at least 30, win by a touchdown here, but I think the Eagles are going to put some points on the board here. I think Miles Sanders is hungry, and I really hope they feed him. And just one other line here before we get out. We got Greg Ward on the receiving yards, 27.5. I think that's a bucket.
I like
that. He's gonna be targeted probably about 7 times, and he'll catch at least 5 of those. So I like that over for Greg Ward.
Hey, y'all heard it here first. The Eagles fan is going with the Seahawks, baby. You love to see it.
Hate to say it.
Hey, but with Carson Wentz, the only reason I think he is going to just start is because they got that tie, dude. They have that tie, and that's might be the decision balance maker for that division. We will see. Anyway, should be a good Monday night football. Let Russ cook, baby. Is what it is. I'm hyped to watch some football. The meat pack, son. Get the fuck out of here.